Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the fifth question from the preliminary exam which was written in the year of 2023 at St. Stithian Girls College. Please do expect a total number of 11 videos rather, since the question paper had 11 questions in total, and that simply means each and every question will have its own video. And please guys, do take this seriously. I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write your preliminary exam, and most importantly your final examination. So please guys, do help us grow the channel by just subscribing, and also guys, do share the video to your peers. That will help us grow the channel, and at the same time it will help them have an edge as well. Okay, we are told that the graph of f of x is sketched below with an x-intercept at A and a stationary point at 0 and 4. Okay, this stationary point guys is also an x-intercept, by the way, né? And the other stationary point we have is point B over there, which we will calculate. Okay, first question, they want us to determine the value of D. How can we find the value of D? Excuse me. By just substituting any point that we have on the curve, né? Excuse me, we know that f of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 8x plus d. Are we together? And then for us to find d, I know that y is 0 whenever x is equal to 4. Y is 0 whenever x is equal to 4. So on the left hand side, I'll simply have 4 to the power 3 minus 7 times 4 squared plus 8 times 4. This will just give me a negative 16 on the left hand side plus d, and therefore d is just equal to 16. So I now know that the value of d is just equal to 16. Okay, and then now they want us to find the x-coordinate of A. Remember that guys, if D is equal to 16, that simply means the equation f of x is basically x cubed minus 7x squared plus 8x plus 16. Are you together? But this equation guys can only be written as f of x is equal to x minus the x value at A, and then I'll say x minus 4 all squared. Why? Because over there guys, the 4 represents the stationary point, and at the same time our graph touches the x-axis. That's why it's squared over there, né? So for me to find the x-coordinate of A guys, I can simply substitute an extra point on the graph to find the x-coordinates of A. Yes guys, you could have done it by maybe trying to find the x-intercept of your graph, né? It's still okay, but since it's 2 marks guys, I don't want to sweat. Remember that guys, we just found that D is equal to 16. That means our y-intercept is 16. Are you together? So that simply means y is 16. Y is 16 if x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0. So now we can simplify the x value at A, né? So this will just give us 16 is just equal to negative 16x times A. Divide both sides by negative 16, and therefore x is just equal to negative 1. So the x coordinate at A is just negative 1. And then now they want us to find the x coordinate at B. B is the stationary point, right? And I know that guys, at a stationary point, the derivative of my curve is equal to 0. So f of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 8x plus 16. The derivative is equal to 0 at the stationary point, so that means f prime of x which is equal to 3x squared minus 14x plus 8 is also equal to 0. At the turning point or at the stationary points, the derivative is 0, so I'll have 3x squared minus 14x plus 4 is equal to 0. As I'm solving x, guys, I'm expecting to find one of the answers to be x is equal to 4, because I'm already given one stationary point there. Yeah? So if I do not find one of the answers as x is equal to 4, that means there's something wrong that I've done. Oh, English, that I've did. Ew. Okay, let's just factorize this quadratic equation, guys. Nah? Why did I write 4 over there? Because it's supposed to be 8. Excuse me, it's supposed to be 8. Nah? Okay, I'm looking for the factors. That's when I add will give me 14. So that's basically, I'll have 3x, x, 4, and 2. It's easy. The sign there is positive. That means the two brackets will have the same sign, but not just any sign, guys. The sign of the middle term. Are you together? The sign of the middle term. There's something wrong here that happened over there, guys. What's wrong? Why am I finding a positive x value? Okay, I'll have negative and negative, and then x is just 2 over 3, or x is equal to 4. Maybe the graph was not sketched correctly, but I'm not supposed to find a positive x value because this thing is on the right, is on the left hand side of the y-axis. But maybe guys, it was not drawn to scale. Maybe that's why we find two positive answers. So the x value at b is just 2 over 3. The other x value, as I said initially, it's supposed to be x is equal to 4. Yeah? Okay. And then now I'm supposed to determine the equation of a tangent to the curve at x is equal to 5. Now, this x value, guys, will give me two things. Now, remember that, guys, a tangent is a straight line. For me to find the equation of a tangent, I must have a point and a gradient. So if ever I substitute the x value on the derivative, this will just give me the gradient of my tangent. But if I take the x value, substitute it on f of x, this will just give me the corresponding y value. Are you together? So this x value, guys, is very, very important. Remember that, guys, the derivative of a curve is always equal to the gradient of a tangent at a specific point, or we can say at a specific x value. So if f of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 8x plus 16, the derivative will simply be equal to 3x squared minus 14x plus 8. I want to find the gradient when x is equal to 5. That's 3 times 5 all squared minus 14 times 5 plus 8. So this will just give me an answer of, let me write it with the red color, 3 times 5 squared minus 14 times 5 plus 8. The gradient is just equal to 13. I now know the gradient, so let's go and find the corresponding y value. We are just going to use the original graph. Né? So f of 5 is basically 5 cubed minus 7 times 5 squared plus 8 times 5 plus 16. 5 cubed minus 7 5 squared plus 8 times 5 plus 16. The corresponding y value is equal to 6. So now the gradient is 13, and then the point that we have, let me call it point P, x is 5 when y is 6. So for me to find the equation of a tangent, I'll simply use the equation that says y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. So y minus 6 is just equal to 13x minus 5. Both y1 and x1 are the representation of that point over there. I'll have y minus 6 is equal to 13x 13 times 5 is just equal to 65, and then y is just equal to 13x minus 59. Minus 59. That's how, guys, you're supposed to find your equation of a tangent. And then now we are supposed to write down the values of x for which our graph is concave up. My graph will be concave up, guys, if and only if the second derivative is greater than 0. Are you together? So if f of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 8x plus 16, the first derivative will then be equal to 3x squared minus 14x plus 8, and the second derivative will simply be 6x minus 14. So for my graph to be concave up, the second derivative should be greater than 0, and hence 6x minus 14 is greater than 0, and then x is just greater than 14 over 6, which can be written as 7 over 3. Okay, and then now, guys, I must just write down the coordinates of the turning point of h. If h is the reflection of f of x in the x-axis, and our graph has to be shifted 1 unit to the right. Okay. We have two turning points over here, guys. Ne? They want us to write the coordinates of turning points. Ne? Turning point number 1 was given to us, that's 4 and 0. Then the second turning point, we know the x value is 2 over 3. Let's go and find the corresponding y value. Oh man, why am I going up there? Remember, the equation simply says f of x is equal to x cubed minus 7x squared plus 8x plus 16. Ne? I want to find the x value and the y value rather, if x is 2 over 3. That's 2 over 3 cubed minus 7 times 2 over 3 squared plus 8, 2 over 3, and 16. That's 2 over 3 to the power 3 minus 7 times 2 over 3 squared plus 8 times 2 over 3 and then plus 16. This will just give me an answer of 500 over 27. Okay, the first thing that happened, guys, for us to find the graph of h, they have translated the graph of, or rather, they have reflected the graph of f on the x-axis. That's number 1. And then secondly, they have shifted the graph 1 unit to the right. Okay, so what will happen over here, guys, to find the new turning point? Let me just say the image of turning point number 1. The image of turning point number 1. Firstly, if ever, guys, you are reflecting the graph on the x-axis, you are just changing the sign of y. Ne? So 0 is always 0. It doesn't matter whether you are reflecting or not. So 0 will always be 0. And then for the horizontal movement, they've just shifted the graph 1 unit to the right. So I'll say 4 plus 1, and then the answer will be 5. And then for the image of turning point number 2, firstly, they've reflected the graph on the x-axis. That means the sign of y need to change. This will be negative 500 over 27. And then I just need to shift this x value 1 unit to the right. I'm just supposed to add 1 from this guy over there. I'll end up having 5 over 3. 5 over 3. So these will be the coordinates of the turning point of h. That's how, guys, we're supposed to tackle the question over there. So please, guys, do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.